Okay, here we go. I'm added to the stream. I hope everyone can see me. Yes, yes, yes. I tried to place this on my story a few times. I tried to uh, make sure I created a post to let you guys know that I was going to be in my Facebook page today at 12:30. And today, everyone, I am talking to you about the scarring form of alopecia, which is called lichen planus or lichen planopilaris. My name is LaRon Quarles, and I am a certified trichologist, certified IAT trichologist, which means I took a 2 year certification course to be able to study how your body is impacted and how it relates to hair loss. So, hairstylists don't really know anything about this. This is not dermatology, this is a separate specialty. But what it is that we do is very useful, very helpful, and we are able to help you with some of your hair and your scalp and your hair loss and your scalp issues and needs. I own SPL Hair Loss here in Pleasantville, New Jersey. I'm also in the Montclair, New Jersey area when anyone needs me. And I'm also in Philadelphia once a week as well. You can find us on our website at hairlosscenternj.com or fixedfittinghair.com. So I wanted to talk to you about lichen planopilaris or lichen planus. Often when I am in the salon or the trichology clinic, I see a lot of African American women with this condition. When I did some of my research and my study, I did notice that the NIH had information on a study by a group called All of Us. This group, All of Us, took 328,000 women, and what they found is 98% of them were actually white. I service a very large African American client base, but I do serve the needs of all women, men, and children. However, my target market is African Americans. So the women that I see have this condition, but this study was conducted and over 300,000 women were white. That doesn't mean that other people do not get it. We do see that they do. However, sometimes the skin conditions look a little bit different on lighter, pale skin versus pigmented, darker, tan, brown skin. But I want to break this down for you so I can help you understand what lichen is. Now, you may be able to see me a little bit better. I want to know if you can see this little handy dandy tool that I have here that one of my colleagues had, so I invested in one because it's very helpful in trying to teach things to you as a whole. So if you see this area here, this is what's called, turn this here, this is our sebaceous gland. This is the area here that gets affected by the inflammatory process of lichen, and I'm going to explain to you what it is. Also here, if you can see below, we have red and blue arteries and veins. So anything that you put into your body that is affected by your blood supply affects this hair bulb and this follicle and this root papilla here. So this is the area called the sebaceous gland. This is the entire hair follicle, and this is the blood supply. So I'm going to read to you what lichen is, and I'm going to help you through it. Excuse me. Lichen is a variant of lichen planus. It is characterized by follicular hyperkeratosis. Now, like I said, this whole thing here, this is a hair follicle. This is the entire hair follicle. So it's called follicular hyper, which is over, high, exaggerated, keratosis, which means a thickened skin. So the skin becomes thickened on the scalp. So when clients who are suffering with lupus scleroderma or lupus where it attacks their skin and scalp, sometimes their skin is very red, and as it heals, it becomes very thickened. These scales of the skin, they just form so tightly and connected with each other, and they just form right on top of each other, so the skin actually becomes thick. So it's characterized by follicular hyperkeratosis and T lymphocyte, which is white blood cell mediated attack that leads to perifollicular inflammation. So perifollicular inflammation means inflammation of this whole area of the follicle. I'm trying to turn this right so you can see it. So this whole follicle becomes inflamed, and what happens is your hair on the outside, it starts to diminish. It becomes inflamed beneath the bottom here, which is why you feel that pain, that stiffness, and that itching, because all of this area here is all affected beneath the skin surface. So when you are finally notified of what this is, you've probably heard about that term by a dermatologist. So a dermatologist has these skills and the skill set as an MD to be able to tell you that it is indeed lichen. So I encourage everyone, visit your dermatologist to see if you even indeed have it. And if you have, I'm pretty sure a dermatologist told you so. It is an autoimmune condition, which means the immunity of the body is weak, it's low, it needs support. And as it happens, the white blood cells of the body think your skin is actually a foreign object and it gets attacked. So this is what happens when it's called an autoimmune condition. It attacks different areas of your body and it breaks down the quality of your hair and scalp, which is why clients with lichen usually always have very red, very abrased skin, often with hair loss and thickened skin. It is also associated with pain and stiffness and very intense itching called pruritus. I have had clients who have had and have it now where I do indeed see visible follicles. Often you'll visit a dermatologist and a dermatologist will say, your hair is done, it's not going to go back anymore, and just do something else, put it in a ponytail or wear hair replacement. That's not always the case. Sometimes there are visible follicles, and I have conferred with other colleagues in my field. We have seen follicles, but what happens is the client needs to do the work from the inside to mediate and manage this condition. And I'm going to share with you a few things that you can do to help your condition along. So, what you first need to do is visit your dermatologist because they can help you with things that a trichologist cannot. They can give you a scalp biopsy where they take very small, minuscule pieces. They view them under a microscope to see if there are indeed filled with white blood cells, and they can tell if white blood cells have been attacking your skin and how many follicles, the sizes, how many follicles are noted in that sample, and if you indeed have follicles and if your hair will grow back. So there are some things that can do that we cannot do. At that time, because you're coming in and you're complaining of pain, stiffness, swelling, you're losing your hair, you're having very intense itching, and it just seems like you have creepy crawlers on your scalp, at that time, your dermatologist is going to give you something that will help reduce your pain and your symptoms at that time. Is it something that you want to do? Maybe not, but this is a resource for you to take advantage of at that time. They may be able to give you an intralesional steroid shot. The intralesional steroid shot will reduce the white blood cells attack on your hair's follicles and the cells, because hair cells are rapidly growing cells, just like when you get waxed or you shave your hair. Within days or a week, the hair is growing back because hair is a very rapidly growing cell. So if you want to take care of that pain, stiffness, and swelling, and you want to feel better immediately, they may give you something like an intralesional steroid shot or a topical topical steroid cream. I'm so sorry. They also may give you something for the itching, such as a ketoconazole or an antifungal based shampoo. So I want to give you some more things that you can do, because what I always recommend is after you see your dermatologist, seek out the resources and the advice of a trichologist. What will a trichologist do for you? Your trichologist can help you with natural ways, and we can help you with scalp management and helping you to care for your scalp on the outside while you're dealing with this condition. Upon review of your medical information, we may ask you to submit your blood work so we can see what is going on with the quality of your blood at that moment. And like I said, if you remember up here at the bottom, your hair is fed by a blood supply. So if you see this here, anything that's going on with your skin and your scalp and your hair is fed by this blood supply. So as a trichologist, we will ask you to bring your current blood work. We will ask you things like, what is your blood type? What have you been eating? And please provide us with a list of whatever it is that has been going on with your medical information for the past 5 to 10 years. We need to identify the areas that are contributing to you having the lichen, and we want to help you find ways to reduce it and eliminate it and deal with it. So, like I stated earlier, lichen is an autoimmune condition, which means white blood cells attack your hair cells and the skin on your scalp. So you have to start there, work on supporting your immunity. It's an autoimmune condition. You have to work on supporting your immunity. I hope that makes sense. Next, because this is an inflammatory condition, it is an inflammatory mediated condition, like I mentioned in the definition earlier, what it is, which means if you have inflammation present in your body, and 9 out of 10 of us always have pronounced amounts of inflammation. We're suffering with eye pain, wrist pain, arthritis, gout, stomach pain, dot, 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 dot. The world is living with inflammation and they don't even realize it and realize that they can work on it. They do not understand that. But you can work on your hair and scalp pain and your issues. You just have to work on absorbing or introducing anti-inflammatories into your diet. This particular video that I'm doing is not to recommend every single type that I would recommend in the market. This is just to tell you what you can do. So if you'd like some more information, you can contact me at the end of this broadcast, reach out to me, set up an appointment, and then we can discuss ways, or you can go on Google and just find some ways to work on it yourself. Also, because the lichen causes itching, you need to invest in a good antibacterial or antifungal shampoo. Not something for natural hair because you have natural hair, not for something for color treated hair, not because you want body. No, an antibacterial or antifungal based shampoo. You also need to make sure that you are massaging your scalp at least once a week, maybe twice a week, with a shampoo and a conditioning treatment. What happens is you have sinus drainage and lymphatic channels in your scalp that come down through your neck. They run through your body, under your armpit, all the way down to your ankles. The lymphatic channels need to be eliminated. And how do you eliminate lymphatic waste that runs with the circulatory system but out through the waste channels, like your feces? You need to make sure that you are massaging it and getting it out. Lymphatic waste is removed with heat and movement. So you have to exercise and you have to shampoo and massage your scalp. A lot of the reasons why our women are suffering with this is because they're not giving the scalp the attention that it needs. Also, some other things that I would rather you do is please reduce all of the sugars in your body. If you haven't heard it today, research it. High amounts of sugar in the diet, high A1C, high blood sugar, and high intake of sugar lead to increased amounts of inflammation. You also have to work on the inflammation in your gut, leaky gut. If you're not cleaning your colon properly, if you're not nourishing your colon with nourishing herbs to make sure that your colon is not inflamed, and if you're not moving that waste through on a regular cycle, you can reabsorb that bacteria and that fungus and that sepsis, and it'll just flow right back into your body. And where does it end up in some women? In their scalp. So you have to make sure that you are clearing out your waste channels every so often. I have some clients that I've met who do a detox of their body every season. I have some that have never done anything, and then you wonder why you have associated problems and issues. It's called maintenance. Just like you give your car a transmission fluid uh, flush and an oil change, you have to do the same thing for your body. You have to give yourself a detox. But what is everyone's hang up and issue? Oh, I don't want to poop. I don't want the cramps. I don't want this. I don't want that. Oh, is this taste nasty? We want so much, but we don't want the effort. We don't want to do the work that's required to have those lasting results. But you have to do that work every so often so that you can work on your health. Health and wealth is not always symmetrical or symbolic with happy life. Sometimes it takes effort. One of the final things that you can do is increase your connective tissue support. Hair is a connective tissue. Skin is a connective tissue. Your nails are connective tissue. One thing that you can do, which is a freebie, everyone, is invest in collagen. Make yourself a healthy shake every day. Consume collagen. If you would like some more information about connective tissue support, I have an item on my website called Flower of Life. You can research my website, go to Hair Loss Center NJ, look for the store, and look for the product called Flower of Life. This is a great product to help build and restore connective tissue because these are the connective tissue areas that you need to be focused on, and that will be a big help to you. Aside from taking collagen for your hair, your skin, and your nails, your scalp will thank you as well. So these are some of the things that you can do, with the last thing being make sure that you take minerals. If you want to help your hair growth at all, You have to take minerals. Many of the minerals that come in kits contain antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, sometimes pre and probiotics and digestive enzymes, but you need this so that your body can function more efficiently because as we age, your body changes and it needs different minerals and things to keep it going and to keep your skin fresh, your hair fresh, vibrant. You need certain things. Sometimes you need things like zinc, sulfur, vitamin E, C, iron, vitamin D, boron, chromium, who knows? But you have to get these minerals in because if you just think that walking around every day and you're having associated issues that you don't need to supplement your diet, you have to think about that. Sometimes you have to help yourself out a little bit. Once again, my name is Lauren Quarles, and we are talking today about lichen planus or lichen planopilaris, the scarring form of alopecia. I can be reached at hairlosscenternj.com if you need more information about how you can manage it, mediate it, work with it, control your condition. Please reach out, give us a call. You can find us on the website at fixedthinninghair.com or hairlosscenternj.com. I hope this was informative for you. If you do have lichen, please reach out. We can help anyone from anywhere in the world through an internet connection. So you are not alone. I hope you all are having a good day. Talk to you soon.